Good morning. Let's start here. Let's start at the back of the garden where the sunflower faces the morning sun. Just pause. It's a blessed day. Got some of the grass up or clipped short in this bed. Made some room for the rose. I used some fish fertilizer and fertilized the roses and things in pots. The last little bit of rainwater I had. The gladiolas. Moved some along that fence. It's done them well. It's been great for climbers to hold them up. The ones here at the end, they'll stand for a little while, but they fall. But aren't the gladiolas so pretty? I can see them from my kitchen window. Plant things you can see from your kitchen window that draws you out. Got a couple of cucumbers yesterday. Need to plant some more sunflower seeds out. These are just one bloom. Here's an eggplant bloom. Isn't she pretty? Looks like there's quite a few little buds. This one likes this bed. I'll have to remember. My little potted flowers are doing really well here. Taking so long to come up. That lavender didn't make it. I always keep trying lavender. One day it may grow. It's had plenty of rains. It's separate. It was just too late. She's about finished. Looks like she's got one at the top, like a cherry on a sundae. I fertilized her. We'll see if she'll make a third round. See the bees. You can look close, there's little bitty bees. They're a native bee. They don't make honey. Their job is just to pollinate. My little dwarf peony. It's real pretty with the vincas. Tuck them in. The purple and yellow. Getting lots of blooms on the little orange plant there. Oregano's going to seed. Rosemary, basil, dianthus, parsley and oregano. This one's already going to flower, the seed. It's really pretty. There's some that's standing in the irises. We need to thin the irises out this fall. So they go really well with the roses, and so I'll move some with my roses. Let's look at plum. Mr. Weeks did an awesome job. I love the dark outside petals, and it gets lighter. Looks like lipstick on the edge of the middle petals and the buds. She's beautiful. If I have a chance to get another plum, I will get another plum. And let me clarify her name. I know it has the word plum in it. A fragrant plum. And she is fragrant. She's a grandiflora, Weeks Rose. And with all the rain that we've had, this is the first time I've seen many yellow leaves. We live in southeast Oklahoma, so I said it's not the greatest place to have roses, but she defies the odds. Look how the little native bees just hover and love her with the fragrance. But her stamens are kind of deep in there, so I don't see them in, but they just hover and land. And Miss Manners, she's gorgeous. You just can't go wrong with a pink rose. And more little buds. She's putting out some new greenery. She's really pretty. This is going to be tackled someday. I'm going to get dressed up and pull that and cut that, because we've got plans for this monster. Mentioned I have a rose coming, not a climbing rose, it's something similar. I've lost the word. Sweet rose here. I fell in love with roses this winter, and probably you could say I bought too many, but in buying too many, it forced me to put roses where I wouldn't have thought to put roses. Really had to stretch my, I'm looking for the name. And let's see. And I planted roses where I wouldn't have thought to plant roses, and that's what's nice about having time in the garden and thinking and watching all of the YouTubes of everyone else's rose gardens or gardens and how they incorporate, where they incorporate. Also, you can watch gardens that are landscaped and perfect, and people come in and make these landscapes, and then you read about Beatrix Potter and Tasha Tudor, where they had real home gardens, and they worked and played and figured that out and drew and painted, and it was just a cottage-ish garden that there were layers, and wasn't professionally lined with concrete and sidewalks, and so that's what garden I'm enjoying now. I'm sure it would be really nice to spend thousands of dollars to have gravel paths, concrete paths, but learning to bloom where you're planted and appreciate what you have and start a little and it grows. You know, I'm a grandmother and we have 4 generations, and oldest grandchildren are getting old enough that that we could soon have 5 generations soon. So who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? And then my parents, I don't know, just the 2 of them have 2 daughters, how many grandchildren they have. And Cosmos, so wispy. So wispy. I did plant some more basil right here. It says it'll take about a week. Everything else has some height here and has morning sun, so it'll probably be a good place for some basil. Let's look over here. This rose here is so pretty. You know, I've always loved this one. And how the sun hits her. May his face shine upon her. This is the herbs. The deals. And the flower. My basil. I cut out the dead rosemary from this. And it has some that's green and some that's beginning to brown too. So I'm just not real sure about the rosemary. It's so beautiful. This is last year's plant. I don't know if I could propagate it in water to grow another, or we don't eat a lot of rosemary. I love it with potatoes. It's not an herb my husband enjoys. These dahlias are really leaning, so I may cut really deep blooms and let the other ones come up. And I was kind of afraid I was just cutting it like at the end of the flower so the other one would grow and bloom, but the way they're falling over, I think I've learned my lesson and cut them deep and see what happens. They're just so beautiful, and next year I will get some netting to go across to hold them up better. Okay, folks, y'all have a great day. We've got some canning to do. I have tomato sauce to make, 3 gallons of snapped green beans I've got to can. Let's see. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's more in that kitchen. So y'all have a great day. Know that the Lord loves you.